Hello guys, this is Elias with Softly, and in today's video I'm gonna do a quick import of WooCommerce Customers using a CSV file and WPL import. Now guys, to get started we need to upload our file, and the option we're gonna choose today is just to upload that from our computer. We have a file with a bunch of customers here and some basic information. Just a quick disclaimer guys, all of these are it's randomly generated data, so all of these emails are fake, not to worry here. And we have first and last names, username, email, password, billing address with city, state, zip, phones, and the same for shipping, right? So it's a very basic import. So let's just upload this file. And once it's done, we need to select from here WooCommerce Customers, right? Now, since we're creating new customers, because we don't have any here in this site, we're just gonna go with this option right here for new items. And we're going to create new WooCommerce customers for each record in our data file. So I'm going to continue to step 2. And here on step 2, it's just a review step where we need to double check that our import file is looking good, which in this case it is. This is all of the data we have, and we do have 1000 records. So let's continue to step 3. And here on step 3, we just need to drag and drop this stuff we want from the right panel into the fields we want those elements to go. So here is our first name. So I'm going to drag and drop here the last name. Next, the username, email. And here for the password, we have a hashed password here, which is coming from another WordPress site. So since that's the case, I need to enable this option right here. So WPL import can import it correctly to our customers and they can log in with their own passwords, right? So that's cool. Now all of this is good, so I'm going to continue to the billing and shipping information. Now there will be cases where you only have the billing information, and that's fine. You can copy the billing information into the shipping address with this feature, but since we have all of this data here, both for billing and for shipping, I'm going to enable this option right here that says import shipping address, right? Now let's drag and drop here once again the first and last names, all right? Then company, we're just going to skip it. And then for the address one field, I'm going to drag and drop my billing address and skip the address too because we don't have that data. Then for the city, I'm going to drag and drop that. Then postcode, we have here billing zip, so that's fine. Then country, we don't have any country here, but all of these are customers from the US. So I'm just going to type that in, US. You need to use a 2-letter format here so WooCommerce can recognize that. Right? Then for the state, I'm gonna drag and drop my billing state right here. Email is right here, and billing phone is right here. Cool. Now let's do the same for the first and last names in the shipping address and all of the other fields too. So it's fine. Company is gonna be blank. Then shipping address, address 2 is gonna be blank too. Shipping city. All right, shipping zip code, shipping country, same, US, and for the state, we have this one right here, right? Very cool. Now, for the other customer info, I mean, for the most cases, you're just gonna skip all of this, but just so you know, here you assign the role, and you need to use this slug for the roles. So by default, WooCommerce uses the customer role for the customers, right? So if you have a more complex site where you have more roles assigned to your customers, you can just separate those with a pipe and they will be imported correctly. Now, all of these other fields, you can just leave them as they are. Same with these custom fields in this example, because we don't have any custom fields for customers here. But if you had, we have other videos where we dive a little bit more into details about how to import custom fields. So be sure to check those out. Same for the function editor. It's a very powerful feature, but we're not going to use it in this example because we have here everything we need to import our WooCommerce customers with our CSV file. Now I'm going to continue to step 4. And here in step 4, we need a unique identifier. Now guys, in most cases, you should be good just clicking here on the auto detect button. WPL import just needs a value that's truly unique for all of these records because it needs a way of telling one record apart from the other. So that can be the username, of course, but if you want, you can also drag and drop other stuff like say the email, and this will make this more unique because it will use a combination of username and email to make this record unique when compared to the other 999 records here in this CSV file. So this is good. So I'm going to continue here. These other settings, I'm just going to skip them because, I mean, this is mostly for when you need to rerun this import. And I believe they are pretty much self-explanatory. So if you have some questions, you can hover on the question marks or just read them and you will know what they do, right? So, I mean, if you read here, it says create new customers from records newly presented in your file, right? So if you deselect this, you just won't create any new records, right? But you can update the records that already exist, right? So if you disable this one, this import won't do anything. But if you enable this one, it will create new records, but it won't update any existing ones. So again, very self-explanatory. You can also be very granular about what to import, so be sure to check this out if this is something that interests you, and you can also remove or modify customers that are no longer present in this import file. So again, that's a very cool feature, and you're more than welcome to check that out if this is something that interests you. Now guys, moving on, this is a very cool feature to keep enabled. Well, I mean, maybe you want to disable that, right? But you can block email notifications during import, because if you create a bunch of user accounts here in this site, well, 1,000 emails are gonna be out, and maybe you want to like make a test run before actually pulling the trigger on this one, because maybe you need to correct some settings or whatever. And I mean, this is just like an advice. Take it or leave it. That's up to you. Now for the scheduling options, we have other videos and whatnot. You can check to know how to schedule your imports and make them run at certain times or certain days or whatever. This is very powerful, guys. You should definitely check that out. And here we have more advanced options, but we're just gonna skip them and continue with this import. Now this is a summary of what we're gonna do here, and all of this is looking good. So I'm just gonna confirm and run this import. Now this is gonna create all of our customers, so I'm just gonna let it run and come back when it's ready. Alright guys, the import is complete, so we can check out if everything is good. Now before we open here the customer section, I should warn you guys, it's gonna be empty because all of these customers we just imported need to have orders assigned to them for them to show up here under WooCommerce Customers, right? Now we will find those here in users, and as you can see, we have 1,001 users. That one user is me, right, with the Softly account. So if you open one of them, you will see we have here the username, the user role is good, first and last names, and all of the other data is also here, including the WooCommerce data, right? So guys, like I said before, the import is complete. We have everything we wanted here. All of these 1,000 records imported as WooCommerce customers. Now, if you want those customers to show up here, like I said before, you just need to import some orders and assign those orders to them. And we have great documentation and other great videos on how to do that. So be sure to check those out in our YouTube channel or at our website at www.import.com. For now, thank you for watching and see you next time.